Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Real Housewives of Potomac Season 9 Reunion Part 1.
Listen, subscribe, like, share, comment. We got a lot to get into. You ready, Blair?
Yes.
Let's go.
So Karen was found guilty.
Yes, she was.
Karen talks to the producers. We see a clip of her. She says that it's frightening, but she's taking full responsibility. She has a month until she's sentenced, and that was around, I think, the end of December.
Okay.
They show us clips of the police footage from that night. She says that she doesn't care about herself right now. She cares about her children, her family, and they are hurt.
Yeah.
She does not think that she is an alcoholic.
Okay. True.
It was just sad to see that video of Karen. She did not look like herself. Definitely she looks like she was stressed, and I'm hoping that she, is actually going to come to some realizations and get the help that she needs.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing really much for me to add to that. I'm about to say, you have to pay the piper.
Yeah.
Like you do the crime, you got to do the time.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
So January 9th is when the reunion was filmed. Everyone is there except for Karen.
Yeah.
Wendy calls Karen to see if she's coming. Karen does not answer. And Wendy's a little bit irritated by that because she rode for her. And at the very least, Karen could answer the phone. Both Mia and Gizelle are sitting closest to Andy.
Okay.
So Andy addresses the fact that Karen isn't there. She has checked herself into a private recovery center. Everyone is glad to hear this. And Gizelle says that in this case, it's not cute to live in a land of delusion. It might have helped her to go to the recovery place before her case. Wendy wonders if she is doing that to lighten the blow of the sentence. And Stacey thinks we should all be supportive and positive and not start questioning and contemplating why or what Karen's motives are.
Yeah, stop right there for a second.
Yeah.
Stacey, shut up. This ain't the time to kiss behind. Someone's life is in the balance.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Someone needs to help. You get what I'm saying? So don't get on here and do that kind of airheaded thing you're doing in the sense of, oh, let's just be positive and let's just, let's not do this. No, we're going to do it. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, even if it's for a lighter sentence or not, Karen needs help. You get what I'm saying? So we're not going to just positive our way out of this. You get what I'm saying? This is the reality of it.
And I don't fault Wendy for asking that question. I mean, I feel like throughout the season, they really did tiptoe around Karen and her situation. They got the sentencing. Karen said she would be vindicated. She was not.
Yeah.
So now, if everybody, chicken has come to roost or whatever they say. And now people can ask the questions. They can have the conversations. I mean, Mia was having it before, but other people feel more comfortable to have it now that the evidence has come out.
That's true.
Anyone they feel like would go to rehab to get a better sentence. And Ashley ended up bringing a picture of Karen to sit on the couch next to her.
Andy was like, man, let's put it here. She was like, it's my picture. It's my picture. I was like, okay. Okay.
So Karen sent a video message, tells them that she is going into a treatment center to address taking antidepressants and drinking.
Okay.
She thanks Gizelle for her note, one step at a time. Candiace reached out and supported her. She also thanks Andy for his notes. Gizelle cries. She has always heard of Karen doing reckless things, and she has always prayed that she would get help, and she's happy that Karen got the help. Wendy was not thanked.
She was not.
But Wendy did reach out and did support Karen. From what she's seen of this video and what she's heard of what Karen has said about her, Wendy has come to the realization that Karen is not her friend. Gizelle makes the comment, well, Wendy, you already knew that. I've been telling you that Karen has been talking about you.
Yeah.
Mia says, but Wendy has been writing for her. Giselle asks, well, why haven't you acknowledged the issues that I've already told you multiple times?
Yeah.
Wendy didn't trust Gizelle, and Karen stuck up for her mother when everything was going on the previous season. Andy says that Karen said that she would come. Karen said on the video that she would come back as Karen and not the Grande Dame. And it looks like she's going to be taking that facade away.
What is your thoughts?
The video that Karen provided. I think that Karen might need to have a little bit more realizations as far as what her issues might be. I think that her thanking certain people and excluding certain people is very telling. And I think that kind of points to this unfair bias she has against Wendy. I mean, ever since Wendy came on the show, she was saying Wendy wasn't Potomac. She said she was not impressed by Dr. Wendy. And I don't understand where this contention comes for Dr. Wendy, but it's clear that Karen it goes beyond she's not your friend. She doesn't like you.
You understand where it comes from.
Colorism? I'm just saying, like, she does not like her. She really doesn't like her. And I'm glad that Wendy is seeing it for herself now. And I will agree, Gizelle has told her this before. And I think that Wendy, like she said, she didn't trust Gizelle. Gizelle and her were not on a good page. And Karen, after a while, had started to be nicer to Wendy and be a little bit more supportive and talking about like their business endeavors and their families, and things got a lot more friendly. So I don't fault Wendy for kind of falling into that, but now you know for sure.
Yeah. Even if it's colorism or not, I don't care if that is. One thing for sure and two things for certain is that Karen is a drunk. First of all, you're not going to think Wendy, when Wendy was the one that invited you to the White House, you are the type of person, Karen, to think that you was the one who brought Wendy to the White House, or you're the reason why Wendy's in that White House and things of that nature. But she even invited you to the White House. Here's the thing that Karen said in the video, or in one of these videos, to where she said, I know there's a lot of people that look up to me, a lot of children that look up to me, and do what I say, not as I do. First of all, don't even do what she say. If there's a person that you want to look up to Dr. Wendy, someone who is very educated, went to college, got a lot of degrees, got a full family and things of that nature, got 2 dogs. You know what I'm saying? Even though one of them she kind of brought behind her husband back, but it's all good. You get what I'm saying? Look up to Dr. Wendy, someone who stands and defends her friends and things of that nature. And at the end of the day, right, I feel like we should pass the anchor to being Dr. Wendy. I don't know if Karen's going to be back. Karen don't know if she's going to be back. She thought she would be vindicated. So for her to even say that she's going to come back as Karen, who says you coming back? Like, truth be told, I'm not interested in seeing this storyline. I don't care to know Karen's reasons of not liking Dr. Wendy. I'd rather you sail off into the sunset, get the help you need, and just retire and just go about your way. Because truth be told, we don't need Karen. I think we need Karen, but Potomac has already been in the toilet for the longest, and during those years that it was in the toilet, Karen was on the show. So it's like Karen doesn't provide anything really to basically save the show from it being bad. This was a bad season. So I'm like, hey, start over with a whole new cast. We don't need Karen. Dr. Wendy, you don't need to basically suppress yourself and basically try to win the fans over by trying to be friends with the fans' favorite and being with Karen and things of that nature. Gizelle told you that, you know, that Karen don't like you. And Karen told you don't fit the aesthetic of Potomac. So it's like, it is what it is. Move on. Who cares what Karen think?
Yeah. So they talk about the cast reaction to the body cam footage.
Yeah.
And how a lot of people, the viewership and everyone, kind of lost a lot of respect for her.
Yeah.
Andy asked if those feelings resonate with anyone. Mia knew, and Karen was not taking accountability.
Yeah.
Maybe Karen needed to see herself to identify that she needed the help. Now, did Mia know? Do you think Mia knew to the full extent?
Yes.
Ooh, how do you figure?
I think a lot. I think this is a small circle. Everybody knows somebody in this circle and things of that nature. So I think a lot of people know what happened in the sense of Karen was with so and so, and then she got in an accident. And my thing is, like, it is what it is. I don't think these people's lives is that secret, especially in Potomac.
Yeah.
So I think Mia does know. Hey, besides Mia, what is her name? Sharice?
Yeah.
Been telling us for the longest.
Talk about it.
So my thing is, like, these people are living their lives in public. Like, there's nothing private about Karen at all. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I 100% feel like Mia know and things like that.
And I guess the thing for me as to why it was such a surprise is because we heard these things of Sharice bringing up how Karen has been reckless about different things, and how she moved and lived her life outside of the cameras.
Yeah.
And that seemed to me like such the opposite of the person that she presented on the show. But if these people, it was Sharice, it was Robin, it was Gizelle, and the thing is, like with me, I wasn't completely believing them because they have their ways about them too that are just a little bit unsavory. So to hear that there is some truth to the fact that Karen is not who she presents to be in a lot of ways, is it's just pretty much the truth coming to light. So
why would what type of way would you think Karen to be? Karen is from a different generation that I expect she's seen some things and knows some things. So it's like with Sharice, I understand why people didn't believe Sharice, because it's kind of like drunk on drunk crime right there. Like I get it. You get what I'm saying? It's like, how can we believe anything you say? Because it's kind of like the pot called the kettle black.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But everybody else, really, y'all just chose not to believe whatever about Karen because Karen was more likable.
And I think certain people also didn't want to take things to camera as far as confirming those things about Karen. I think definitely there were some people who were more comfortable talking about it and bringing up Karen's indiscretions on camera. But I think some people respected her as an OG figure in the group.
And that's fine.
So they didn't want to speak to that.
And my thing is, I don't mind how she living her secret life. She can do whatever she wants in her secret life. I'm talking specifically about the drinking and the driving and endangering yourself first and then others. That's the only thing I care about, you know?
So we see the clip of Wendy and Gizelle's progress in their relationship, Wendy's storyline from the season, and her resigning from Hopkins and going to the White House. Her leaving her job lifted a weight off of her. And when they're talking about how Gizelle and Wendy got through their issues, they had a long conversation, they addressed everything, and they actually listened to each other. The Happy Eddie business is booming. This was a curveball, y'all. Stacey was over there talking about she partakes in Happy Eddie and it's a great product. And Gizelle asked if Stacey's trying to start her own Happy Eddie. Stacey says no. And Gizelle says, well, when she comes out with Happy Stacey next season, don't be surprised. Gizelle says that Stacey told someone that she's a celebrity and that's why they should work with her. And apparently this is kind of along the lines of Karen copying Wendy's idea with the candles.
Oh, so you think that Stacey made a copy Eddie's idea with the Happy Eddie with Happy Stacey?
Not necessarily that, but Stacey might want to develop some type of weed brand. And I will say that I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's enough business to go around, but don't be secretive about it, Stacey. Like, don't.
I don't think Stacey doing that.
I mean, I don't see why Gizelle would say that.
Gizelle's a liar.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
So then we talk about Dr. Wendy. Well, why don't your kids get their inheritance until they get a master's degree? Isn't that the issue you're dealing with your mom about having to reach all these high heights and not necessarily being able to do what you want to do career-wise? Wendy explains that in the children's trust, they're going to get their inheritance, but there are certain bonuses that they get if they accomplish different things, like learning their Igbo language, getting a master's degree, her daughter joining her sorority. So it's incentivized. And Wendy does regret inviting Karen to the White House. Karen said that Wendy was self-involved and not a girl's girl. Kiana doesn't think it was kind to bring that up until Stacey's relationship wasn't good with Karen. Stacey says that she stood up for Karen and Karen didn't stand by her. Wendy explains that when Stacey was joining the group, Karen told Wendy to be careful of the woman that's coming in the group because she's smart and educated. And Gizelle asked, is she? Stacey said that she doesn't see why Karen wouldn't want two educated, like-minded people together.
Who is the other one?
Stacey and Wendy.
Oh, okay.
So Gizelle says that Karen grooms the new girls. She'll take the new girl out and try to skew them in a way that benefits her. Kiana tells him that Karen never warned her about anyone, and she does have a soft spot for Karen because Karen took care of her through her rough time of the bottle hitting her head. Wendy explains that Karen likes the mother goose relationship as a warning to Kiana that when you show her that you can exist in the group without her, she will turn on you. The ladies do think that Wendy is a bit self-absorbed, but they all are. And Wendy just says that she's very sure of herself.
I'm not buying the whole full of yourself because that's the whole point of Real Housewives. Like show me a humble housewife. Like there's a show about women who basically have their own universe of being a housewife. You have to have some type of self-confidence and be self-absorbed in some way. That's how it all started. You get what I'm saying? So that don't mean anything. I'm not going to try to make Dr. Wendy seem like she is a special self-absorbed than everybody else. You get what I'm saying? Also, I agree 100% with what Dr. Wendy said when it came to Kiana. Basically, like, hey, she's trying to mother goose you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Kiana, you was the one that decided that you wanted to jump into a fight that wasn't yours and you got your wig split, right? Okay, cool, right? I understand that you could thank somebody in that moment, but your whole life mission is not to be in debt to Karen. You could thank her. I appreciate you being there for me. And then you go on about your job with, Real Housewives of Potomac and things like that. You don't owe Karen nothing.
Yeah. I will say that it was convenient when Stacey wanted to reveal the things that Karen said. Because I will say this. I don't think Stacey should have immediately told Wendy on first meeting her.
Okay.
But I do think that Karen was definitely trying to skew her in a certain direction and how to approach the women in the group. And I don't even want to necessarily say Karen was trying to isolate Wendy per se, but it's like the breeding ground for that isolation technique that they often use on Potomac. And it's just really ugly to see that divide. And I'm glad that Stacey made her own mind up about the people on the show. And if she gets in a fight with Karen and she want to drop some gems, that's more content for the show.
It's life.
And then with Kiana, I think that Kiana is going to have to experience it for herself. Karen has been kind to her, but I do believe that Karen will definitely turn.
And also, like, your character on the show ain't big enough for you to matter to Karen. I'm not even gonna hold you, right? You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, the relationship is going to be very different compared to Wendy and Karen compared to Kiana. You get what I'm saying? It's more of a high and by situation you have with Karen based on what we see on the show.
Right.
So
apparently Ashley heard there was some drama for Mia's birthday, but that's something we're going to get into in a few seconds.
Okay.
Jassi comes on stage. She is engaged. They do have a wedding date set.
Okay.
And she brought the invitation, and she's also going to invite all the women there.
Okay. Darius
is playing for the Cowboys. So a question is asked. It appeared that she was a side chick to make Darius leave his family. And Mia, you were the side chick. What's your take?
Wow.
Jassi says she was never the side chick. It doesn't give side chick. But the timeline was giving side chick a little bit. I'm sorry, Jassi. It was a little bit unclear.
At the end of the day, you a side chick. You get what I'm saying? But it doesn't matter. You are the main chick now. Who knows? It's just a revolving door. It's just a pattern. You are the side chick. Think of it as a job. Then you got promoted to the main chick, and then you get retired because there's another side chick that's waiting, and then they get to be the main chick. It's just a revolving door. You get what I'm saying?
So we see clips of G&A fusion from the season. Ashley says that basically she filed for her divorce. It's in the hands of the state. She waived the right to alimony, but she will be getting child support. As we know, Stacey gets alimony and no child support.
Okay.
Mia says that she's in the final stages of her divorce, but nobody believes her.
Truth be told, Mia, I don't even know why you volunteered that information.
Yeah, nobody asked. I could have kept that one to yourself.
Yes, please.
The next question is, does G&A sell clothes?
No, they don't sell anything. I actually went on the website.
Yeah, so Ashley explains that they pivoted to being a liaison between the community and charities. And the next question is asked, shouldn't you prioritize the first event, if you're invited to two, questioning the ladies about going to Karen's event first.
Good question.
Jassi explains that they could have given them a little bit more grace, even if it was quietly kicking them out instead of yelling for them to leave. I will say Gizelle was a little bit heated in the way that she kicked them out, but I think Ashley is the one who put the nail in the coffin, because why are you running out there with the QR code and throwing it in the van? I guess she was doing it for TV's sake, but it just looked real gutter.
I ain't gonna hold you. I blame the ones that got kicked out. Why y'all trying to make it to two events? Well, you gotta understand something. Going back to Dr. Wendy chose to go to Karen's event and to stay there.
Yeah.
So it's like, listen, whichever one I said yes to first is the one I'm going. I'm not gonna be rushing through DC traffic and get myself potentially hurt and things of that nature because I'm over here going to this fake charity G&A thing that they got going on. G&A is not real. You get what I'm saying? They don't sell clothes. They moving on to a liaison thing or whatever. They just doing it for the show. So why am I rushing to that? You get what I'm saying? Nah, I'm gonna take my time and sit down in one fake ceremony, not to rush to two fake ceremonies.
So Giselle's anger was more pointed towards Karen, and she did apologize to the ladies, which is new for Gizelle.
Okay.
Ashley asked what happened at Mia's birthday party in Miami.
Ooh.
So Mia sent out invites to Stacey and Jassi only. Stacey landed in Miami and didn't hear from Mia.
Wow.
Neither one of them saw Mia in Miami. Mia explains that she hired an event planner and she didn't know Jassi and Mia were coming into town.
Wow.
Stacey calls her a liar because she told her directly she was coming and she has the text messages. Mia tells Stacey, you didn't notify my point of contact. When she learned that they were in town, that's when she reached out to them. Wendy says, well, they left the restaurant because you told them to come at 8 and you didn't show up till 11. And Mia was like, I came at 9. She was like about an hour late to her birthday because she said it's her birthday. Andy reads the message that Stacey provides. Mia sent the itinerary and the invite in the text. Stacey responded that she is coming. Mia responded, amazing, can't wait to see you. And Stacey said, happy birthday, I'm in Miami, here to celebrate you. It wasn't until the following day around midnight when Mia responded and asked where they were. Mia apologizes. Jassi and Stacey, Jassi says that Stacey has a child. She left her child behind to be there to support you, and you're just going to ghost the girl when y'all are in Miami. Mia starts crying and tells everyone that it's been a rough time.
No. Don't start that crying now.
And that's exactly what Wendy said.
Don't start that crying because Mia, I came on here and defended you by saying, listen here, Mia, you are the one carrying the season. You are first chair and things of that nature. This storyline, or basically this season of storylines, has been mainly about you. And now it just seems like you're just lying recreationally. No cameras around, no storyline around, no castmates around, just Stacey and things of that nature and Jassi. And whole time you just trying to cry your way out of it. First of all, they don't even like you enough to even care about your tears. Why are you crying? Like literally, why are you crying? And why are you lying? like you get what I'm saying? Like this made no sense. Even though this had nothing to do with what happened in the season, I think this is just more like basically gold nuggets to basically assist in the whole Mia be lying and things of that nature.
Yeah, and I think that the situation was ultimate trash.
Yeah.
That's awful. Somebody to fly out to come to support you for your birthday and you don't have the decency to see them, text them, call them, see where they're at. And that's why I don't understand what Mia's talking about what she didn't tell my point of contact. She told you.
That's what
you
I'm
couldn't
saying.
tell your point of contact. And the thing is, I don't even know if she had an event planner. This is all very odd.
First of all, do not show up late to your own birthday. I know it's your birthday, and if I'm sitting down at a restaurant and 30 minutes go by, I am leaving. I don't care who you are, right? Best friend, girlfriend, wife, husband, all the above. Do not. The whole point of a birthday, even though it's about you, is also about the people coming to celebrate you.
Yeah.
So if someone's coming to a restaurant and we all sitting down amongst ourselves and we can't eat, we can't order, we can't do nothing, we can't even go sit down because we waiting for you to get there, I am out. And I'm ordering takeout. You get what I'm saying? But that's why I don't do group dinners anymore. I am completely 100% retired from doing group birthday dinners and things like that. I'm actually retired from doing group dinners as a whole. Because I am the type of person, because I learned some tricks because I got caught with paying half of the bill when my bill was not a lot at all, but people use that whole let's all just split it. Whole time they ordering all this stuff and I don't even know these people to split the bill with. I already learned some tricks. One trick of the trade is pay for your food at the bar. You get what I'm saying? All that stuff, or just say, oh, I have to go and things like that. I already pay for my stuff. Leave early. But I just retired. If there's anybody of my friends watching this and you invite me to a group birthday, I'm not coming. I'm just letting you know this right now. I'm not.
So Wendy feels like this is what Mia does when her back is up against the wall.
Yeah.
You were wrong, and it doesn't matter if you cry or not.
Facts.
Mia says that she knows that she hasn't been the best friend or person because she's going through a lot in the season of her life, and she's fallen short. And Kiana says that's a 3-year season, girl.
Kiana with the bar right there.
So Mia then goes to Stacey's dressing room where Jassi is as well. And Stacey asks, so why did you ghost us? Mia tells her that she hasn't been a good friend. She doesn't have the capacity to be a good friend right now. And you're crying now, Jassi and Stacey say, because we're calling you out. You didn't say anything until we were back in DC, and it doesn't feel genuine. Then Mia starts wailing in her dressing room.
Talk about she gonna leave.
Yeah.
Listen here, man.
Mia, I can't judge whether Mia is authentic or not. I mean, I lean on the side of she be lying, but at the same time, I'm like, why? But like, why would you do that? Like, I think that's what everyone wants to know, and I don't think there's any good rhyme or reason to it. I think that she's saying that she forgot, or there wasn't no point of contact, that they didn't tell the point of contact, and all this type of stuff. And I'm just like, this is just doesn't make sense. Like, what is really going on?
What I do to you?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It just dumb.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And just because you're going through something, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Just because you're going through something, truth be told, everybody go through something. For you to say that I'm not in a position in my life to be a good friend right now, what?
Yeah.
What do that supposed to mean? So when things are going bad in my life, or like I'm going through some type of storm in my life, that give me an excuse to be a bad friend and not show up for my friends? Nah, you don't deserve friends then.
But my thing is, like, it goes beyond that, because it's one thing to say, hey, I'm not going to be able to support you in the way that I normally do. It's another thing to tell people to fly out somewhere for your birthday and you don't even see them.
I ain't gonna hold
you. Like, you making people do a lot of work for nothing.
I ain't gonna hold you. But I don't know if Stacey showed up or Jazzy showed up because they wanted to build a friendship, but for me to fly out for you, that's not a build a friendship type of move. We gotta be already friends for me to buy a plane ticket and things of that nature. It is what it is, because people will have you fly out or show up to where they are when it comes to their birthday and treat you like a fan instead of a friend.
Oh yeah.
And things like that. So whole time you can't get close to them, you can't you can't talk to them, you can't sit close to them. Whole time, am I a fan? Is she a celebrity? How come I can't meet you where you are right now? Nah, I'm not with it.
And that's all we got.
That's all we got. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. We see y'all.
Bye.